Hey, it's me, Austin, and if you're new here, I've been doing some videos on the history of Shrek toys, and it's got me feeling very nostalgic about my youth, because I grew up with Shrek, and I was looking through some old fun photos of my Shrek youth, and I thought the internet may get a kick out of this. This Y2K stuff is very hip right now, right? So we're going to look through some old photos, and these are the Shrek-specific ones I could find. I've got them right here on my laptop, and I'll throw them on the screen as I describe each one. This episode also has a corporate sponsor, 7-Eleven, who's been fueling me my whole life. We're going to start with this one, and most of these photos are from my 2004 birthday party. My birthday was right at the height of Shrek Zenith. I think my birthday was only a month separated from the release of Shrek 2, so not only would I have just seen the movie a few weeks ago, but everything would have been in the stores. There was so much Shrek stuff, so I really went all out with the green decor. I've got my big Shrek short, and how jealous are we of that Y2K fit? Like, I would love to have that short in my size now, with those great graphics. It looks like I got a lot of presents behind me. I loaded up. My favorite part about this photo isn't even the Shrek stuff, it's everything around it that dates it. To the top right, it looks like there's some sort of DVD or media player. My dad was always big on CDs, DVDs, so we were always getting whatever was hot at our local Circuit City around the corner from our apartment, which also dated myself even more with Circuit City. I like the Finding Nemo tissue box. That's very my mom. She always loved the animated characters when they did like the themed tissues. That used to be like a thing with every movie release, was you'd have the themed tissue boxes. Alright, I'm going on a tangent here. Next photo. Okay, so this was the game we played at the party, which was get Gingy his mouth back. So you'd have to find his mouth. I think my mom hid it somewhere in the apartment, and you'd have to find it and stick it on there. I don't know why we didn't do the gumdrop buttons. That would have made more sense, because it would have fit with the Duloc dungeon from the first film, right? You know what? God bless my parents. They put a lot of love into this, and I think it's great. You may see some presents with doodles to the left. This was my dad's hallmark. He would always buy wrapping paper and wrap things inside out with the white side facing, and doodle whatever's inside as some sort of like hint as the present. So we can kind of get a look. It looks like there's some Shrek and Gingy scribbles on there. That's fun. Oh, it looks like there's a Nanko Shrek 2 plush to the left. Oh, man. Okay, so this is me with the fish. We had a fish for a little while. I think it died later that summer. But I got my Spider-Man short on, because that was like the other thing of 2004, right? With Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I was big on Shrek and Spider-Man. You couldn't really avoid these things. If you were alive in 2004, Shrek and Spider-Man, like, dominated the world. It was a simpler time. That hat I'm wearing, okay, so that's the ogre ears from the Shrek treasure hunt that was held at Walmart stores. It was like an in-store event scavenger hunt, and I got that from our local Walmart in Long Beach, California, and I remember the day I got that headband. For some reason, I was obsessed with it, and I wore it around like 24/7 and insisted that I only be referred to as Shrek. I'm one with the ogre. What's funny is, like, I didn't even upgrade to regular Shrek ears, and there were plenty available. You could get cheap Shrek ears, but I liked that one. Like, I was a very particular kid. It had to be that exact headband. Maybe because it included part of Shrek's head, it made me feel more in ogre character. I don't know, but like, look at that smile. That is one confident dude right there. I am content and happy with my life at this moment. And then we have the big Shrek 2 plastic piece behind me. Oh, I wish I still had this. This is such a cool piece. That is part of a movie theater display. Oh man. I don't remember exactly how we got this. It may have been a flea market or swap meet find, but I do remember we had some Shrek movie theater stuff. Well, I at least did in my room. Oh my god, that is so cool. Especially that one, because it's not even cardboard, it's like plastic. And that would look so sweet with all my figures around it. Oh my god, to go back in time and take that item. Oh, it kills me. This is a partying hard boy right here. Look how hard I'm partying. I got my little toot-toot, I got my hat, and I got another Shrek short, so this probably is from a different party, if I had to guess, not the Shrek party, because I'm dressed differently, and it's not a green party hat, it's a more generic party hat. Also, you can see a little Gingy on the couch there, my kind of plush Gingy I loved. Alright, next one. There I am with my godparent in the background, and I just look, you can see it's a green party hat in this one. Told you it was a different party. And if you look behind me, there's one of those Shrek standees I was talking about. Oh man, it looks like it's a pretty rare render too. It's the one of Shrek doing the peace sign, which you don't see as much. Look at that. I'm wondering, was that a theater display, or was that like a Baskin-Robbins ice cream display? It was a lot of Shrek Baskin-Robbins crud. Or maybe it's like from Walmart. I don't know exactly. I should have asked my parents before I did this review if they remember anything. But I'm more interested in what that standee is. If anyone knows what that standee is, please let me know. Okay, next photo. The party's over, and there's just one thing to say. Oh, thank you cards. My mom has always been huge on thank you cards. She insists, even to this day, with everything done via text, you gotta mail thank you cards after the party. So these are some themed thank you cards here with Shrek 2 graphic that looks very interesting. It's not an official render. It almost looks like a blanket or a t-shirt that my mom just snapped a photo of and then put on there. I will say, I love the font choice. It's not the Shrek font, and I don't think you could get that yet. But it's also not like Papyrus or something bad. It almost looks like Nightmare Before Christmas font, which wouldn't have surprised me because this was when my mom was really hard into goth phase, going to Hot Topic every week, right? Who remembers when Hot Topic had the big gothic gates? Oh my god, my mom would take me there so she could buy all goth clothing and then bribe me afterwards with a chocolate chip cookie. A double chocolate chip cookie from the Mrs. Fields cookie kiosk on the end of the Lakewood or Stonewood Mall. I don't remember which one, but it was one Southern California mall we'd always go to. And she would go in and buy all this Hot Topic goth stuff, and she'd bribe me with that cookie. It's really funny to think about that memory, like a core memory unlocked there, because I dreaded Hot Topic. That store scared me as a kid. But you know, what was my mom gonna do? Leave me in a mall alone? I would have been killed. But it's funny now, because now in 2024, Hot Topic is not goth. They are Shrek. They have lots of Shrek stuff to buy. And it's hilarious. Little me would have loved modern Hot Topic. Okay, I've kept the suspense long enough. Let's open up the thank you card. Thank you for the bestest B-Day. I love my Shrek bed, Papa. Love you, Austin. Also, Papa bought me a Shrek bed. Papa, for those unaware, was what my grandma was called. Yes, figure that out. I called Grandma Papa. Female grandpa, Papa. I don't know. Apparently the story goes that it was my older sibling that made the mistake of referring to Grandma as Papa, and the nickname just stuck, and she just was the all-knowing Papa, and it looks like she got me a sick Shrek bed, and I wouldn't be surprised if that photo on the front of the invite is from that bed set. And I've got the Nanko Shrek again. Looks like a really small Nanko Shrek. And then a Puss in Boots. Oh, that's the, talking Puss in Boots. That's, like, right off of frame here on my shelf. I really like that plush. Okay, next photo. Oh, the cake. Look at this. So there's me and Goth Mom, and we're here with the cake. And it looks like there's some Shrek tablecloth behind me, which is neat. I'm in the Shrek short. And as for the cake itself, it says, Happy Birthday, Austin, with the number 4. And it's a green 4. You know, good choice color there. And that donkey and dragon, those cake toppers. So those are not the Shrek 2 cake toppers. If you wanted the official cake toppers, you had to buy the Shrek-themed cake at the grocery store, which was really expensive. So my parents did a much more ingenious solution, and they bought some Shrek candies and put the candy toppers on the cake. And I believe those came on the top of, I want to say it was either M&M's or Mexican candy. I don't know, one or the other. But those were sold at a local kind of generic grocery store that was right across from the apartment building. And I remember those little candy toppers. I kept them for a long time for some reason. I've always had a weird soft spot for like plastic crud that comes on food and shampoo bottles. Stuff that is collectible, but at the same time shouldn't be saved. I just think it's pretty neat. Okay, next photo. Oh, here we go. So now I've upgraded the Shrek ears. This is after the party. My mom was probably very fed up with those cardboard Shrek ears and decided to buy me a real Shrek hat. And look at that hat, and look at me now, right? Like, what's changed? Oh my god, it's kind of embarrassing that a 20-year-old photo of me is wearing the same hat that I am wearing now. That's the Shrek 2 kids hat. This is actually the McDonald's shift manager hat for Shrek 4 when they did the Shrek Shake promotion. Apparently those Shrek Shakes were amazing. And I'm at Knott's Berry Farm in this photo, a local amusement park that I have spent a large portion of my life going to. And those are the old Knott's trash cans in the background, the big red cans. They were so ugly. I threw so many chicken tenders away in those trash cans. It's weird the things you get nostalgic for. Okay, we got a double whammy. There's me eating a Rice Krispie treat. Nothing Shrek related. And then below it, we have a photo that is barely Shrek related. If you squint, there he is. There's Ogre Boy right there. And this is, Austin shows off Josie's PVC collection, March 2000 and, it looks like 7. So, okay, yes, I remember this. So 2007, my family had passes to Disney's California Adventure. That's right, the original Y2K California Adventure. The crummy one that I love because I went there a ton as a kid and I have a soft spot for that park. And my younger sister Josie got hooked on these Disney PVCs that they sold at the parks. They came in big sets, and then they also came in like little soap bars, so that when you take a bath, there'd be a little figure after you used the soap. It was kind of cool, honestly, and this was her collection. And she did commandeer some of my Shrek toys, because by 2007, I was moving out of Shrek and fully into my Star Wars phase. I think the 2005 Revenge of the Sith kind of drew me into Star Wars, and over the next few years, I would become a big Star Wars fan. So I gave my Shrek PVCs to my younger sister, who mixed it in with her Disney stuff. Because, you know, fairy tale characters. Okay, next photo. Oh, we're back in the Shrek birthday party. Like, moving through time here. I didn't really vet or organize these photos, so I don't really know what's coming up. Except they're all Shrek related, I know that. And this was the birthday banner, Shrek on one end, Fiona on the other, and it looks like there's some postcards of movie stills from Shrek 2 on the wall. Pretty fun. There's the old green couch. I can remember the feel of that couch. It had a weird, fuzzy texture. I looked very happy. And to my left is my older sibling who looks quite menacing. He looks like he's cooking up an evil plan. Okay, next photo. Oh, here it is. The banger. This is it. This is the photo. This is the one. I looked for years for this photo, and I told my mom when she was going through old photos, I said, pick out any that's got Shrek in it, and she says, I found it. And I'm like, you found what? And she said, I found the photo I knew you were looking for. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the Walmart Photo Studio Shrek photo. This must have not been cheap. God bless my mom for doing this. She was big on the Walmart Photo Studio. They used to have this set up in Walmart where you would go in and take professional photos of your babies and your kids. This was like a real big part of going to Walmart, was you had your photos taken. It's so weird because that's completely removed now. And I think Walmart as a whole has gotten a lot grosser over the years. It's a very unpleasant place to be. Like, I wouldn't want to stay still and take photos in a Walmart today. Look, I was a sad kid, and this may be the happiest photo of young me I have ever seen. Look how happy I look. I have my Puss in Boots plush, which may have been very particular. Shrek and Donkey were in the photo, so it probably would have bothered me if I had held Shrek and Shrek would have been behind me. That's the type of kid I was. I was mad OCD. So by having Puss in Boots, all 3 characters are there. Check out my 2000's, like, Hawaiian bowling Guy Fieri short. This is just such a great photo. This is La Pièce Résistante. This is the best. Yeah, that is a peak photo. The fact I can say I have that photo makes me very happy. I'm glad it wasn't lost to time. Thank you, Mom, for saving that piece. Okay, next photo, though they're all going to be downhill from that one. Oh my god, it's a surprise Oscar cameo. Okay, this is not a Shrek photo. This is a Shark Tale photo. There I am. This was my Beatles Hard Day's Night era, and I'm holding a Oscar plush from Shark Tale. So 2004 was a double whammy. It was Shrek opening the summer and Shark Tale closing the summer, and I think because of that, Dreamworks had like one of the best box offices ever for a new studio. Like, they made bank. Shrek 2 and Shark Tale both made, no joke, around, I want to say, 800 to 900 million, possibly a billion, somewhere around there. But yeah, I mean, I was all in. I was all in on Shrek. So when later that summer, you know, they're playing the movie trailers for Shark Tale, and it's like, from the people that brought you Shrek, dude, I was hyped. This may be my first hype cycle, was Shark Tale. I was so excited for this movie. I made my dad take me opening day. Yeah, I dragged him opening day. He said, to this day, it's the worst movie he's ever seen opening day, and he'll never forgive that one. Oh my god. He always brings it up that I made him take me to see Shark Tale on opening day. Next photo. Oh wow, now we mega time jumped. I think this photo, if I had to guess, is from 2014, so 10 years ago, and 10 years from the Shark Tale photo. So the Shark Tale photo is 2004, all the Shrek Party photos 2004. This is probably 2014, 10 years later, when I was at my emo era. And I mean, look at that. Look at that head. Oh my god, I look like Marshall Lee threw up everywhere. And I've got Shrek ears on, and it looks like my sibling also has Shrek ears. We kind of had matching pairs. I'm wearing my childhood blanket that still existed at that point, and that was a pink strawberry shortcake blanket. I was a weird boy, and I loved that blanket as a kid, and like clung on to it even through my early teen years, depressing as it may be. It eventually disintegrated, and it's been replaced now by a nice Neopets blanket I bought at Comic-Con. I've always been big on blankets. Christmas morning isn't Christmas morning unless you have your blanket and your coffee. Blanket, coffee. Then you can proceed for Christmas. And this was Christmas. I remember this. This was Christmas morning, 2014. And this was probably like a fun gag gift my parents bought. You know, they always used to tease me that I was Shrek. Now I just embrace it, you know? Okay, next photo. Oh, this is sister. This is my younger sister. And it seems that she got Fiona. Look at the old Chick-fil-A packaging. Kind of makes me nostalgic. The waffle fries, the chicken. Hey, Chick-fil-A hasn't changed much. You can still get good Chick-fil-A food. Thank goodness. Some things never go away. My sister's in college now. I feel so old. Next photo. Oh my god. We're going all the way back. And this is not a Shrek photo. It's me and little me. Mini-me from Austin Powers. I guess, you know, a vague Mike Myers, right? Connection there. This is just me and Mini-me. That's Vaughn Troyer. That's not Mike Myers. But, you know, I guess it is full circle. I should probably explain. I am named Austin after Austin Powers. Because I'm a 2000 baby. And my dad named me after the movie. Supposedly, it was a legendary fight that went down. My mom insisted that Austin Powers would not be remembered, while my dad considered it a timeless classic and chose to name me after the movie. Well, I think the Austin Powers movies have actually aged pretty great. They're kind of charming now in how corny they are. And it's weirdly ironic that I was named after Mike Myers in the year 2000, because that would kind of foreshadow what would come to be. I mean, what are the odds that I'm named after a character played by Mike Myers? Shrek. That is really weird when you think about it. The universe has a funny way of mixing things around. So, that's the McFarlane Toys Mini-Me doll, and I'm a little fat baby. I was a hideous baby. I was an ugly baby. Oh my god. Next photo. Oh my goodness. So, here we are in 2014 again at my emo era, and there's a lot to unpack with this one. So there I am with the green boy, and that looks like it's a jumbo Shrek Carnival prize from Shrek 2. I wish I had bought that. That's a very collectible piece now. Not because it's necessarily expensive, it's the shipping that kills you on that one. I've seen some of those for cheap, and you have to have local pickup, and they're usually a few states away. But enough about the Great Big Shrek, let's laugh at me. This was my anime emo era. I'm wearing a cat hat, I've got painted black nails that have chipped, and I'm carrying this flat anime bag. These were all the rage in 2014. They were these kind of flat bags, but they weren't really flat. They were layered. Layers. But it was an optical illusion where the bag could hold so much, but when you hold it facing the camera, it looks like it's flat. Everyone at the anime cons had these, but they kind of went out of fashion. But wow, that is quite the photo. Also, this was like right when I first hit puberty. The acne breakout on my face is horrific. Oh my god, I look terrible. Wow. But yeah, those are my Shrek photos. I think I have more. I have to go around in my storage and just dig and find them. But let me know what you thought of those. Were those as entertaining to you as they were to me? I liked the ones where I was really young. That was such a happy, carefree time, and it was fun to reflect on that. And goddamn, has it really been 20 years since 2004? That is depressing as hell, I won't lie. Where has the time gone? And before we know it, it'll be another decade. What's old again is new again, and Shrek is back and more popular than ever. So who knows what the future holds, except that it's going to be very green and very oniony. That's all I got.